Heaven. Once again, this is Tycoon Reginald Andrew Wibby with that thinking and speaking in yes, and that's KYIS. And always we reiterate, right? The only thing that shapes out here are vibrations, right? Like vibrations are the only thing that shape out here. And when we talking about shape out here, we're talking about what the eyes see. Yes. Um Everything the eyes can see are just geometries, right? They're complicated. Yeah, they're a little different than what we may feel is necessary, right? Yeah, you already is. We may feel that they're very complicated, right? Like a tree, it looks like a complicated thing, but it's really just a geometric expression along with the grass and the totality of what the eyes see. Yes, it is just a geometric pattern. It is a geometric formation, right? Especially if we begin to see reality as all the atoms in their combinations. Yes. Um, when we see it in the mind's eye at that scale, we can begin to see the large scale geometric formations from the atomic scale formations. And we must use our wisdom to answer the question of, well, why are those geometric formations that way, right? Like, why? And and once we begin to seek to answer that question, the things that pop into the mind are the similarities between two things that look the same, right? In what ways are two things that look the same different, right? Because there are differences, otherwise they'd occupy the same space, right? Things that occupy different spaces are different things, yes? Two identical boxes sitting next to each other, those are different boxes, right? But where are they different? Well, it's obvious that they're different at the molecular scale, right? They're different at the arrangement of the atoms at their atomic scale. And we begin to comprehend and we go back to the axiom of the only thing that shapes out here are vibes, right? And in our studies of the atom, we learn that the atom is made up of smaller things, and the only reason these things can be yesed is because they have a vibratory pattern, right? The vibratory pattern is what we categorize as their life, right? So, in essence, right, if it exists, it's vibing, right? And then we begin to comprehend the look of particular vibrations, right? We like to use this word positive. And positive vibrations, they look a certain way, yes? Like they look good and they feel good right inside the body, right? Smiling faces, right? And sad scenes, right? Scenes of depression, scenes of anger, they have those feelings, right? Those geometric progressions go with those vibrations, right? If you are being these particular vibrations, then the only states of life you can see are the geometric progressions that arise from those particular vibrations. Yes? So we must have a yes mind in order to think and speak in yes, in order to see yes on the inside, right? Because if you have an anti yes mind, what are you doing on the inside? You are seeing in the anti yes, right? If you're speaking in the anti yes, remember yes, the voice is only a vibration. We put a civilization layer on top of the vibration, right? So these vibrations, they have their own linkages and combinations and sets in which they live and breathe as geometric progressions, geometric formations, shapes, right? Like poverty is usually ugly, right? Poverty usually feels disgusting, right? Go hand in hand, right? The feeling of the thing goes with the look, the geometric progression of the state. Yes? And we begin to see that everywhere once we begin to open our minds to the fact that, okay, this vibration is this. This is what it looks like. That is the key. That is the clue, yes. That is that heaven, heaven. All right, just one of those quick, short thinking and speaking in yes. Heaven, heaven. I love you all.